菩提之心没通畅，围绕明心念内天盘里，三业心度明天无二义。有困难大心拉就把手，一当格拉那曼达拉康涅亚太亚米，却当作基就难拉，长处白度大尼kap苏奇，大基全年基贝斯南基。Rola penchir sangye druparsho Chedang soki chonama Chanchu bardu dagni kapsuchi Dagi chenyen gyupe sanamki Rola penchir sangye druparsho Chedang soki chonama Chanchu bardu dagni kapsuchi Daki chunyen gipe sanamki Jola penchir sangye druparsho. All right then. I'm going to go back just a touch. He had promised. Somebody came and said, well, how would you describe the basic nature of the foundation consciousness, which acts as a basis, rather than as base to, meaning the bakchaks, okay? So how would you describe the foundation half of the, the basis half of the foundation consciousness? How would you describe that? And he promised us he will discuss it in 4 different sections, 4 different topics. Mikpa. Object. Say mikpa. 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 Yeah, what's the mikpa? Sorry. Yeah. What's the mikpa? What's the object that it focuses on? Okay, so don't forget, his whole book is talking about subject states of mind. His whole book is talking about the miracle of consciousness. Okay, so no matter what else we say about all these things, they're all going to be states of mind, watchers, thinkers. Okay, so mikpa means what is it focused on? Number?
What aspect?
Yeah, what's its aspect? Mo, what's its basic nature? And tok, what states of mind accompany it?
Its friends.
Okay. Yeah.
Its homies.
Accompanyers, as Rinpoche would say, accompanyers. Okay. So we finished the mikyus, objects of its focus, and we had 3 different kinds. And then we finished its aspect, which was interesting because it was not to ascertain the things which appear to it, and not to remember what it didn't ascertain. Thank you. Okay. And now we have its essence, its basic nature. Oftentimes, lo, or basic nature, especially in the Abhidharma literature, means karmically speaking. Is it charged or not? Is it karmically active or is it karmically neutral? Is it a bad deed or a good deed, or is it karmically neutral? Bananas are neutral. Okay. Most forms are, well, all forms, except the form of someone lying. I don't know. But anyway, these are karmic results. They're not like malice or pride or murder. Okay, those are karmically active. So the nature of this state of consciousness is karmically neutral. Not only that, there's 2 kinds of karmically neutral. One is called dip lungmaten, and one is called madip lungmaten. So dip lungmaten means it's karmically neutral, but it blocks you in some way. It's not a negative karma, but it will hinder you in some way. And then madip lungmaten means it's karmically neutral, but it's not going to hinder you. Okay. The word lungmaten is very interesting. You want to gloss that? Or
Okay, yeah, sure.
lung du matemba.
Lung tun, the
Lung
meaning.
tu
Tu.
matemba.
Okay, so lung ma ten, I don't know about the
Ten.
tu. Ten has several meanings.
Good. Wow,
one
human
is,
dictionary. This is enough for me to have a hamburger. Okay, go.
One is the 14 unanswered questions of the Buddha.
Nice.
Those things that were not said. One is, well, lung ten by itself can be like prophecy to become like a Buddha.
Yeah.
So lung ma ten is like you didn't get that prophecy or something like that. And then in this case, lung ma ten refers to those things in the Vinaya that the Buddha did not indicate what the karma would be if you committed them.
Good. Not clarified.
Okay.
Perfect explanation of lung maten. Lung maten. Okay, so three meanings of lung maten. Karmically neutral, predicted or foretold, and what was the third one?
Not foretold in this book?
No, this one is karmically neutral, meaning the 14 unanswered questions,
Right.
which may be karmically charged, but he didn't say.
He didn't say.
Right.
Okay, so this one means, it's interesting, foundation consciousness never involves evil or good. You see, the base is half.
Right.
You know, it's just there. And madip,
It doesn't serve as an
That
obstacle.
doesn't
it
have
doesn't serve as a... No, I went to try to find... I know madip lungmaten from my Abhidharma days, since my 20s. But if someone asked me, well, what's a dip and what's a madip, I couldn't say. What kind of obstacle? Or what kind of block? You see, so I went searching. Here's where he says in the desire. So I was looking for clarifications of drip. What's it mean? Blocks you or doesn't block you, but it's not a bad karma. Okay. He said in the desire realm, this author, who is Jamyang Shipa, he said in the desire realm you have all three. You have good deeds, you have bad deeds, and you have neutral deeds. And the neutral deeds can be drip or madip. They can block you or not block you. Okay, the neutral has those two further divisions.
What kind of,
He still doesn't clarify. In the form realm, you also have good. Oh, sorry. You only have karma, or the two kinds of neutral, so which total for three. So in the desire realm, you have four options: good deed, bad deed, neutral that blocks you, neutral that doesn't block you.
So you're translating gewa as either
Good
good or
deed.
bad? Oh, it is good deed.
Okay, but in the form realm, you only have good deeds.
Oh, in the form realm, right.
Yeah, or the two kinds of neutral, which adds up to three. So in the desire realm, four possibilities. In the form realm, three possibilities. And in the formless realm, you have all three.
all three?
the same
Good
three as
karma,
Four.
neutral blocking, neutral non-blocking.
Okay, same as
Same as the
formless.
form.
Same as form realm.
Form,
Yeah.
right.
Form and formless.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
The,
So I wasn't satisfied. I want to know what's drip. What does it mean to block you?
An example.
Like I kept going, and that didn't help. Yeah, that didn't help. That one didn't help. Oops. Sorry about that. Oops. Here's a cool one. I like this one. Let me see. I want to find a good one. Here's a good one. Okay, let's do this one. He's discussing mukpa. Who is it? This is. Yeah, I don't remember who wrote this. Commentary on Delam. Okay. Um, so in meditation, we have these two classic. I think this is a good example of what's a blocker and what's not a blocker. In meditation, you often talk about a middle way between agitation and sleepiness. Too active or not active enough. Okay, and meditation means samapatti, means to thread a middle path, to balance. So he's going to talk about the difference between chingwa and mukpa. So mukpa means here, fogginess, mental fogginess. And he says, well, what's the difference between mental dullness and fogginess? Is there a difference between fogginess and dullness in the study of meditation? Okay, so here's his definition of fogginess. Timugi char topa. Basically, you can think of it as a variant on ignorance. So timug is the middle of the wheel of life. It's the pig, right? Yeah, dullness. It means kind of like foggy ignorance or something like that. Okay, but mukpa in the world, in the normal world, jiktenna means fog. It's the word for fog. Anyway, chartopa, lu chiwa. He had chiwa in his book. I'm not gonna.
Heavy.
Dang, I was gonna take a bite of my hamburger. Okay, chiwa means heavy. Yeah, chiwa. What's the opposite?
Young.
Damn. Low tone young. Because young high tone means a cliff.
I was just excited.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty low. It's pretty low.
Okay.
Young.
And here's lerung. Here's the real meaning of lerung. Unfit for meditation. Unsuitable for meditation. Lesu mirungwa. Not up to the task. That's the real meaning of lerung.
Would usually be laser.
So a tantric retreat is called a lerung. What we do at Diamond Mountain is lerungs, mostly, which means fitness retreats.
I've done a few Leisu Niru ones.
Yeah, you. Yeah, lerung you know lesu runga you be makyao. Lerung you know lesu runga you be makyao.
They can't go together.
You can have a lerung which is not fit for meditation. Yeah, okay. So anyway, lesu mirunga. Here's a beautiful, beautiful, normal occurrence of that word, which means your mind feels heavy, and therefore it's not suitable for meditation. Okay, lesu mirunga. It's not fit to the task. Le means to do something right. Mirung means not correct, not fit. Okay, sem chiwe nam nampachen. Chiwe nam lesu mirunga. Okay, it's a sem chiwe nampachen. It's a so it's either a heaviness of body, and you physically not able to sit up straight. For example, you're not lerung physically, and you're not lerung mentally. Your mind feels heavy. Okay, so heaviness of body. You haven't been doing your yoga. You don't move lightly. You don't move nimbly. Non-nimbleness. And then the mind is also chiwa, heavy, feels mind. Lesu mirunga, not fit for meditation, not fit for the task of meditation. It's a migewa. It can either come as migewa or drip lumaten. You see, it's either a bad karma or it's neutral, but it's going to block you. So here we have a nice feeling for what block means. You see, it's one of the only times I could find where he clarified it. Now he wants to bring it to the difference between that and chingwa. So chingwa is just where you feel a little sleepy during meditation. Chingwa technically means the meditation object has no clarity. That the object is fuzzy. Okay? That's madrit lungmatan.
Not enough.
Yeah. Neutral karma and not an obstacle. It's neutral, non-obstructing, as opposed to mukpa, which is neutral and obstructing. So I'm trying to give you a flavor of the difference.
Makes sense, actually.
And it could even be a gesam.
Could be a
Could
good
even be a
karma.
goodness.
Yeah, because people sit there and say, I'm having good meditation.
Feels good.
Yeah, subtle Qinghua is extremely famous in the study of meditation as an obstacle.
Right.
Oh man, I'm in deep now. You know, it's spacing out. But if the intention was to, I want to meditate so I can be calmer to help my mother, then that could be a good karma. But even though you're in a less than perfect meditative state, your motivation was to be helpful. So it could be a Gewa.
Uh-huh.
But apparently Mupa can't be a Gewa.
Mupa can.
The heaviness
Mupa can't.
the heaviness is either mi-Gewa or drip lungmaten. Mi-Gewa,
Okay.
it's either a bad karma or a blocking neutral. But Qinghua, sleepiness, unclarity of the object, is neutral, non-blocking, or even a virtue. Okay, Gesam Kyang Yut La.
Just differentiate Mupa and Qinghua here in terms of degrees for the most part.
I don't know. I mean, you got to sit with that.
Right.
I'm trying to give you my task that I set forth to myself was to get you the flavor of the difference between blocking and non-blocking neutrals.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I love this sentence. Gesam Yukyang, Ching Semla Mumpa Papa Tabuam. It feels like a light darkness has descended on the mind.
Uh-huh.
Or Mi Mumba Shakpa, it could even not be so dark. Mik Tsung Tabu. But your mind feels like your eyes are closed. The eyes of your mind are closed. As if you had shut your eyes. Semki Mikpa Sawar Mitong. And the mind is not able to have clarity towards the object. The object is not sharp and clear and crystalline.
Yeah.
There's a kind of degradation of attention. So when you say clarity in meditation, you don't mean are the edges of the visualization clear. We don't mean that. It means a degradation of the quality of your attention. Okay, got it? That's what unclear means in meditation. It doesn't mean the object turned blue or something, or the edges are fuzzy. It doesn't mean that. It means your attention quality has degenerated, degraded. I like degraded. Okay. Sam mikten le shen du mitroyang ripatang we tancha la mikten sa we sa cha me pa chambe shuk shen de sawani chingwa. Then he defines rough chingwa. Okay, he defines rough dullness, which is different from subtle dullness. Subtle dullness can be mistaken for good meditation by almost everybody. Almost every meditation class I've ever gone to that wasn't conducted by a well-trained, madhyamik, and they were talking. They were just putting people into subtle dullness. He's gonna describe obvious dullness. So sometimes growth, which in colloquial English is like growth. I think you could say obvious, obvious dullness. Okay, so he's going to define it for us. Sem mikten le shen de mitoyang. Even though the mind has not yet switched to an object other than the one you're supposed to be meditating on. Okay? Rigpa tangwe tangcha, tang miktan sawe sacha mepa. The quality of the attention has degraded. Okay? And here we have dung again.
Yeah.
Before it meant heart enemy. In Seiji's text, it was your number one enemy. Here it means crystalline quality of the attention. Crystalline quality of the attention. Dangcha, Rigpa Tawe Dangcha, and the mikten, the object that you're focusing on, is also sloppy.
Okay.
Sloppy object of focus.
What's sloppy?
Foggy.
Selchame.
Selchame. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No clarity part.
So
It means
clear.
sloppy.
Clear?
Yeah. Tembe shuk shen de soa. Shen de soa means degraded. Shenba means weak, wimpy. After you've been sick for 3 weeks and you try to walk, that's Shenba. Okay? Weak, Temba. Ability to pull the object back.
Oh,
Chang.
your Chen is Shen.
Like Shisha
Yeah,
Jumbo.
the shuk of your ten is shin.
Well, the power of
Yeah.
your ability to hold the object back is weak.
Yeah, good,
Cool.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
totally.
that's
Yeah, hell yeah.
that's the obvious form
Chingwa.
of sleepiness.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, you're unable to pull your object back. You start fading, and you're unable to get it back up.
Feels
Okay,
like you're pulling it
like
through
that.
jello.
Okay.
That's what that says.
So I like that last quotation. What I was trying to do was give you a feeling for a mental state which could be neutral, but it's going to impede you. That's a good word for dip. Or a mental state which is neutral but doesn't impede you. And there's two. Yeah, I mean, you guys can talk about that. They're both neutral,
It's a terrible.
but it doesn't impede you, and the other doesn't impede you. Block.
Block.
Yeah.
I guess it's from a very worldly perspective.
Yesterday I went, Jiggy and I went, and we went out, right? Chenzom. We went to the best Mexican breakfast place in the universe, which is in Flagstaff. And, I parked my car parallel to a building. There's a parking spot like that. And somebody parked the car next to me. And left the car.
Drip.
And
Yeah.
that's dip. That's dip. Like it blocked me. I can't get out. I had to sit there and wait till the person came back. They were out on an errand or something. And I was pissed off. I was sitting there. Anyway, that's drip. If you want to know, that's a block. Okay, now he's going to talk about the core. Core him is trop.
Trop?
Trop.
Oh, friend. The thing
Yeah.
which they
Who's his
accompany-
circle?
Accompany.
Who's his gang?
Your core.
Oh.
His core. Usually core is used for kings and their circles.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You know, their
inner
court.
circle.
Yeah, inner circle.
Yeah, the core.
So here's the core. Who is in attendance to this state of mind? What is the state of mind? The blank half of the blank,
The basis half
Good.
of the kunshi.
of the conscious. We're going to say foundation conscious, just get used to the word.
Okay.
Okay, he gives A, B, C, D, E. These are called, anyway, nga kona. Nga kona. Now the root text said ni,
Oh, nis.
but I bolded kona because
Oh.
he's plugging in a synonym for the root text, so you can root text it.
One and onlyness. The only.
Yeah.
The fiveness.
Now with numbers,
Oh.
kona or ni means five, no more, no less.
Right. The list of five.
The use of the word NYID or kona with numbers means no more, no less.
5 and only.
Precisely five. Okay, 5 and only 5. Yeah, so you got to translate it something like that. 5 and only 5. There's only 5. They are all samchungs,
And functions of the mind.
not sosems,
Not.
Main mind.
not main mind. Okay, they're all mental functions and not main mind. First one is?
So feeling.
Yeah, so as you focus on, what the heck did this mind focus on? As you focus on the outer objects, for example, 5 sense objects, as your foundation consciousness focuses on a banana, the feeling that you have in the mind at the same time is called a core. Okay.
Part of one. Part of
Yeah,
the word.
feelings, dushi.
Discrimination.
Yeah, like this banana, this is a artichoke flower, and never the two will meet. Semba.
Mind.
Yeah, semba means any movement of the mind.
Oh.
Okay, it's defined as a movement of the mind, and that's raw.
Karma.
That is raw karma. Okay, anytime the mind moves, that's raw karma, and then that instigates.
All your deeds and words.
Yeah, physical and verbal karma. So mother karma is thoughts, and then secondary karma is what you do and what you say. Okay, rekpa.
Contact.
Touching.
What kind of contact?
Physical contact.
Not
Which is
here.
contact, right?
This rekpa is the one in Sugang's
Oh,
text.
the wheel of life. Oh.
This is the one in his text.
Yeah.
Drupa, link
Wheel
number
6.
6.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
When
Drupa.
when the feeling and the object.
Mm-mm. It's just before feeling.
Oh, when the mind and the object
Make contact.
first make.
Yeah. The image of the computer touches my visual images. When they make contact, that's called rekpa. So it's contact in the sense of a touching of the object to the consciousness. Okay? And yila chepa.
And the other ones. Is that
Yila chepa means to focus on something.
oh, it's not the same as
It
teaching?
means to bring it to mind, literally. Bring to mind. Make to mind. Okay, yila chepa.
Okay.
Sometimes I translate it as attention, to direct the mind. Okay. Buddhist psychology, the words are very difficult. There's no perfect word sometimes in English. So anyway, there's some degree of attention, higher or lower, whenever you're looking at an outside object that's shared between basic consciousness and the mind. You see what I mean? It's foundation consciousness. Did you have a question?
Back to Rekpa, is that like the first instance of mind? When the object perceives it?
We'd say there's no such thing. But if you mean in the womb, in the wheel of life,
Yeah.
the monkey, number 3, link number 3, consciousness, when the mind enters the mother's womb, you can say that. Yeah. That contact is made immediately. First, the mind enters the womb. A millisecond later, it has its first contact. It's hot in here. Something like that. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna now Tsumba Demba. Very, very difficult. Very difficult. The root text said. The root text said, it possesses exactly 5.
Okay.
It possesses exactly 5. But he changed then. Who's he?
Jason Coppola.
Yeah, it's his right because he wrote
The book.
the book. Yeah, he can do what he wants. Okay? I didn't get a bite of cake.
Guess what? There's one bite of cake left.
Yeah, she's going to ask me if I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not that I want to eat it. This is
It's really good.
Greek yogurt and sour cream. No,
Cream cheese.
cream cheese.
Well,
Yeah.
sugar and sugar, for God's sake.
Wow. You have to
The lady who wrote the recipe gave me a choice between stevia and sugar. Guess what I...
Oh, wow.
I'll give you the recipe. It's a perfect dinner. It's like the highest protein source in the world for the teff flour.
Oh, yeah.
And then lentils, which is high protein.
Mm.
Then we had an avocado soup, a chilled avocado soup. That's pretty cool. And other stuff that I can't tell you about. Okay. Anyway, you gotta deal.
Oh, nah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go look. Yeah. So we gotta talk about Tsungden. You know Tsungden.
Yes.
Give me a.
Oh,
Tell me about Tsungden.
something feeling.
Come on, somebody tell me about Tsungden.
We keep talking about it.
Yeah, good. How many ways?
5.
Great.
I don't
Woo!
Yeah. By the way, that 5 and this 5 are not the same 5.
No.
Okay? These 5 mental functions are linked with the main mind in 5 different ways. But he didn't say 5, he just said linked. Tsung Dang Den. Okay? Dang Tsung. Yeah. So Tsongkhapa himself clarifies the word dang in his own root text as meaning dang tsung
Oh, I see.
or tsung den.
Okay.
So the technical term in Abhidharma language is tsung den. They are linked in 5 ways. Somebody tell me any of them. Out of order.
Aspect.
Yeah, colored the same color.
time.
Yeah,
Time,
duration.
duration,
The object.
same object. We had that one.
Yeah, the feeling. With the same
Feeling
No.
function.
colored with the same.
That's aspect.
I don't think feeling. Did we say feeling?
No, I don't think so.
They rest on the same basis.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
About the object.
They're both resting on the eye power.
That's right.
I see.
Same sense
They're
consciousness.
both looking at the outer world through the same instrument and stuff.
I would
They're
say
both mental stuff.
So they're made of the same stuff.
Yeah, which is basically boils down to either mental stuff or physical stuff. So they're both the same stuff. Okay, got it? All right. He just told you the core.
Yep, it's the group.
Deke Duang, the same point is made. The same point is made. Deke Duang. Okay, Deke Duang. This is an idiom. Literally, that language in also. It means the same point is also made. And then they will quote some other book, well-known book, which supports what he just said.
Good.
Okay. Now, who did he quote? I went and got it for you.
Oh, the Asanga, Master Asanga.
It is a Sangha, but that's pretty safe to guess at any book.
Oh, it's the Madhyantaka.
Yeah, Madhyanta Vibhanga. Udang Tar number Jepa. Distinguishing the middle from the extremes. Yeah. One of the 5 great books of Maitreya. Not one that we normally study much. We study the Alankara. Okay. Dendang Semchen Dak Namrik Nawe number Shepani Raptu Kiro. Nasty. I had it and I don't remember. I went and got you the full one, actually.
Okay.
Here's the full one. That's from Sumbum, from Ngawang Pandan, the great Mongol scholar. But I went and got you the original, okay? And I got you even the folio number for free. Okay. I'd have to go find a commentary, but I'll take a shot at it, but I think we'll have to find a commentary. Dun means the outside object, the colors or shapes or sounds, okay? Dang, semjen. How did Jetsun Kapi use the word semchen in his list of objects? Anybody remember? It wasn't normal.
In this book?
Yep. I'll go find it for you if you want me to. Maybe by the time I get there, somebody will give me the answer. It was nasty. Here it is right here.
It wasn't an animal.
He used it totally out of context. He totally illegal use of
Oh,
semchen.
someone possesses a mind? No, that would,
No, he uses it for consciousness.
uh,
Okay? He used the word living being, haver of a mind, for consciousness itself. Okay?
what is skanda?
Consciousness of the 5 sense powers.
Uh,
Okay? And he said, this is one of the 3 classical objects of this consciousness, of the basis half of foundation consciousness. One of its typical objects is consciousness, but he didn't call it consciousness, he called it person. Why would he do that?
just really weird.
Because somebody else did right here. Who's the somebody else?
Maitreya.
Maitreya. Tsongkhapa is showing off. Okay. It's pretty cool.
What do you think in Sanskrit it would have been Budgal?
Semchen. Jivan? No. It's not Atman.
Sattva?
Yeah, Sattva sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So a consciousness arises, okay? A consciousness arises which appears as both. Now, this is nasty. When you studied the 6 flavors of emptiness, what was the mind-only one?
There was 2.
Same seed.
Good.
That which was a coincidence came from the same seed.
What comes from the same seed?
The occurrence
Subject and
and the
object.
fact that you're there to witness the occurrence.
Yeah, the person bothering you and you. You know, you can't complain because you put yourself in the same room as them. Okay? and in mind-only terms,
It's coming from one
Oh,
side.
yeah. Same
yeah,
thing.
they're coming from the same seat. The consciousness is watching the irritating person. But, you know, if you understand emptiness in the mind-only school,
Mhm.
you should calm down because,
Same branch.
yeah, you irritated somebody last week. And then that grew, and it split into you and the other person in the room.
Mm.
How does that apply here?
I don't know.
The consciousness itself appears in the form of the object and the person.
Mm.
Got it?
Good dog assumption.
Yeah. Let's say traffic jam, which is easier. You know, you block someone trying to get out of the translator room, scriptorium, okay? Last week. Next week, this asshole parks next to you at the building. You know, and you have to sit there, okay? Got it? So me standing in the doorway putting my shoes on, in the monastery you're required to get out of the way immediately. You grab your sandals and you're required to step to the side or you'll get hit by the disciplinarian. So, you know, if you stand in the doorway and put your shoes on while other people are trying to get out, right, that gross doubles every 24 hours. And then this lady parks next to you for half an hour. So there's her car, and there's me in my car, okay? So the consciousness, the basis part of the foundation consciousness, has appeared in the form of the car and me. The lady's car and me. The lady's car and me. Got it? It's cool. He's okay. That's its relevance to your life. Okay, assholes and you. Okay.
That should be the name of the book.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be a bestseller. That's a
Assholes
great
and
idea.
you.
You'd be like, huh?
Then you
Okay.
five jets on common.
Well, that would be comforting because I wouldn't be the asshole. But anyway, the consciousness, which gives you the impression of an object and a subject, really. Okay, the consciousness, and then, you know, I like to call it the wind blowing the two branches together. You know, but really the problem is not the branches can hit each other. I can hit the lady. I can meet the lady, and she can irritate me, right? The branches can be knocked against each other. But the real fault lies with the guy who planted the goddamn tree. Okay? That person created the knocking of the branches. You see what I mean? Got it? One branch can't blame the other branch. They're both results of an earlier seed, planted by one of the branches. Let's not go there. Okay, anyway, there you go. Okay? So he uses that to prove his opinion about, mainly I think I'd say about the object of this consciousness, this half of consciousness, okay? When that consciousness arises, it gives you the illusion of a separation between the object and the person. Got it? You good? Okay. Literally object and consciousness. Okay. And I went and got you the quotation for free. And if it hadn't been there, that would have never been there. Yeah, if I hadn't blocked somebody at the door of the scriptorium, I never would have had the lady park next to me. Okay?
Yeah.
In division. Okay, good.
Then Sanchen kind of comes around to meet person again. I mean, the meaning of it was still kind of...
Yeah, literally it's consciousness, but yeah, it's more like a person. Yeah. Perceiver
Perceiver. Yeah.
and perceived. And that's the whole mind-only school thing, you know. Their way to stop samsara is to realize that you planted the seed that put you in this room with that person. Okay, so don't blame the other person. Blame the person who planted the seed. Okay, Sumjupale. Here I got it for you.
Said?
This is the 30. Now there's a famous Sumchupa of Sumtak.
Oh, yeah, right. Young Jupe Dorje.
Yeah, there's a grammar text called the 30.
Oh,
There were, how many great grammar texts? There were 7 or something like that. This guy was sent to India to get an alphabet. What's his name? Tumi Samboda.
Samboda.
Along with 19 other youths, only 2 of them survived and came back with an alphabet. And then he wrote a book called Sumchupa, the 30 verses. Only 2 of those grammar treatises survived. So that's a famous Sumchupa, but this is not that one. This is a famous Sumchupa text by Vasubandhu on the mind-only school. It's a very important text of the mind-only school. I think very famous in China, I think.
What's the name?
30 verses. Okay. So I went and got you the page. I didn't get you the page number. You'll have to go find it. Okay. So he's going to quote Master Vasubandhu's description of the basis half of foundation consciousness, and it's going to include all the elements that are did. Okay. Deni lamba datane. It appears in the form of the taker and the place. Okay, the taker and the place. What was the one that Kamala Shila used? The eater.
The eater.
Yeah, who makes the karma and then digests it.
Postman?
Yeah. Anyway,
What else you used?
here taker means consciousness, perceiver. I think septo in Latin means to grasp anyway, right?
Yeah, it does. Like have to have a
Yeah, it means taker.
like epilepsy.
Yeah.
It means like
Yeah, so it means taker. So I believe he's talking about perceiver and consciousness. Okay. Namba rikpa mi rikpa. It doesn't know, and then later it doesn't recall. That's my translation, or something like that. Okay. These are the qualities he's been giving us for the basis half of foundation consciousness. Okay. These are the qualities he's been listing. He's just showing his sources, Vasubandhu and Maitreya.
pretty good sources.
It is always possessed of, and I went and found them for you, A, B, C, D, E. So I did A, B, C, D, E above, the 5 states of mind that it was linked with, here.
Mm-hmm.
So then I came down here and I put them in, I gave him his letters, okay? A, I take Rikpa, which means to know, to be Tsorwa, okay, feeling. Oh, he says awareness, but I take it to be feeling,
Okay.
okay? B, discrimination. C, attention, movement of the mind. Sorry, not attention, movement of the mind. Rekpa, contact. And then Yichepa, attention. Okay. I thought, Phil, you were going to ask about Rekpa, contact. Something that's always bothered me about this list. The contact is a Demenducci.
Oh, it's a concept.
Yeah, it's just an event. It's not a state of mind,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
It bothers me.
Through any.
Yeah, if it's the contact that the object and the subject make, it's not a part of your mind.
Right.
It's not knowing. It's not an awareness. It's just an event. Your mind touched the object. It bothers me, but nobody cares. Okay. Now, if you want to know, the feeling involved here is neutral, okay? And it's Madrip Lungmaten.
It does not make an obstacle.
Now, there's a problem here. Can you find it, having given us the lecture of Tongnyom that you did?
Yeah. Time's up. Just say.
Come on, we're in the middle of a crucial question.
Just talk at a time.
How could I?
Okay, listen. Feelings can be 3 types.
Right.
Pleasure, pain, or
Neutral.
in between. Lungmaten.
Yeah.
Okay. Tongnyom, sorry, Tongnyom. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Okay, never mind. It's not as interesting as I thought. Okay, the feeling is always neutral feeling, neither pleasure nor pain. Okay. He's clarifying the feeling that you have linked to your foundation consciousness.
Okay.
and it's always Madhya Lumatan.
It's always non-obstacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still referring to the Tsorwa, okay, because then he says, and it's the same case with all the other 4
Touch,
states of mind that are linked with this consciousness.
contact, etc.
Yeah, okay, got it? Now, it's very common in the literature on the 12 links
Mm-hmm.
to misspell Rekpa as Rik.
Oh,
It's a slight difference in the vowel sign.
right.
But since he already correctly said Rik, I'll take it to be correct. Okay. All right then. That's good because I didn't get any farther than that. Okay, and I went and got you the quotation, okay? Is there any difference here? I went and got it for you from the 30 verses here. I'll read it. You watch the one above. I'll read you the one from below.
Okay.
Ready? And I'll read it slow. Deni, Lemba,
Yep.
Daktan, Ne.
Yep.
Nambar, Rikpa, Mirikpa.
Yep.
Taktu, Rekta, Yiche Dan.
Same.
Rikta, Dushe, Semban, Den.
Same.
Tela, Sorwa, Tongyom, Te.
Same.
Deni, Madip, Lungmaten. Rekla, Sopa, Ang, Deshino.
Same.
Deni, Gyuncha, Bab, Chuo, Shin. And it all is like, it's all like a steady flow, like a waterfall.
Oh,
We had
Chupa.
Chimbuk, right? This is Bapchu, same thing.
Oh,
Okay. So there's a part of the verse that Tsongkhapa left out at the end, which is it all comes in a steady flow. You know, I don't know what that means exactly, but okay. What's remarkable here? Remarkable is able to be remarked about is that he's quoted it correctly.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
With-
Which is we haven't seen that very often. Everything is spelled correctly.
Right.
Okay, which is Tsongkhapa. Okay, you ready? Shi bugi joshi meto jam Rira lingshi ninde yamari Samye shindu mingte uwargi Choku nanda shinla chuparsho Inam guru rana mandala kamiriya dayami Di keo kun Sunam yeshe tsotsok shing Sunam yeshe le chungwe Tambar kuni topar sho. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, but I hope I can cover this by next time.